Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today, we're going to review the INW 8816G. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Rolls Teamy 7901, and Greg was wearing my Shinobi 9659. Grogu said that Princess Leia told Han Solo that he needs to stop smuggling as it is hurting her political career. She said, "Why don't you make a contract with the grain farmers on Endor? You could be hauling oats." He said he'd rather be Brooks and Dunn. Let's take a look at the watch. Comes in a rather nice box. There used to be a bow right there, but I lost the bow. So we got a box inside of a box. And here we are. Here it is, a very unconventional watch. This watch was an anniversary gift from Mrs. Watchdog. I'm not sure if I would have picked the watch out on my own. However, I do admit it is a nice looking watch and it does work as a dress watch. She paid $90 on Amazon. I always tell her if she sees a watch on Amazon she wants to let me know, because I can usually find it cheaper than AliExpress, and I have found these between $58 to $75. The traditional analog clock face has stood the test of time for centuries and remains the dominant design for clocks and watches to this very day. But every now and then a company comes up with a different design for novelty's sake. This INW is indeed a novelty watch that tells the time with a different layout, consisting of 4 half tracks on the top half and 3 subdials on the bottom half. This watch comes in 6 different options, 4 different colorways. You have a gold tone case with a blue dial with 3 different strap options. Then we have a black coated case with the white, black, or blue dials, but they only come with a black strap. The watch is 42.8 millimeters wide, 49.4 millimeters lug to lug. It's only 11.7 millimeters thick, including the dome crystal. Has a 20 millimeter lug width, and it tapers down to 18 at the buckle. And it weighs 69 grams at the supplied leather strap. The bezel is smooth plated, just like the rest of the case. Then we have the dial. This is the most unique part of the watch. At the very bottom, it says INW Carnival. And then we have the way of telling the time. We have these 4 different time tracks. The first 2 tracks are minutes, and the second 2 tracks are hours. So basically, the minute hand, when this is on the top half, you look at the first track for the time. And when this round thing is on the top half, you look at the second track. And the same way with the hours. So this is how it tells time. And the hours aren't too difficult to read, but the minute markers are pretty small. So it's kind of difficult to read this till you get used to it. Then also we have this wheel in the middle, which is the running seconds. But if you look at the wheel, there's no home position. So all it is really decorative. So yes, you can use it to count seconds, but you have to look at which marker do you want to start counting with. So it's very unintuitive there too. And then this is also a chronograph. So we have the 3 subdials for the chronograph. Of course, the right subdial is not part of the chronograph. It's a 24-hour indicator. And in fact, if you want to tell what hour it is, it's sometimes easier to look at the 24-hour than to actually try to figure it out by reading the watch. Then we have the chronograph small second hand on the left and the chronograph minute counter in the middle. But it is rather unique how the 3 subdials are all in a row and not staggered. Then we have a sign crown. It's a push-pull. There's no go state position. And there's no annoying minute hand jump. But with this type of watch, who would care if it did? And then we have the pushers. They're not screw down or anything like that. You don't need that. This is just a 30-meter watch. Press the top pusher, and then the small second starts ticking. And you can barely see it because it's so small. Then press the bottom pusher to reset it. Pretty basic there. No sub-seconds or anything like that. Then we have the crystal. The AliExpress ad says sapphire. Well, they lied. This is glass. I tested it. And it is single domed. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not a deal breaker. Sapphire is not a deal breaker with me, but when you say sapphire and don't deliver, that's a kind of upsetting. Then we have the case. Case is a plated alloy. You don't get steel. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of an old-fashioned look. It's got these wire lugs. But it is fairly thin for a big watch. And then we have the case back. The case back says stainless steel. Of course, it's just talking about the case back, not the watch. Then it says 3 ATM water resist. Then it says INW Carnival. Then gives the model number. Now look at all these scratches. These scratches are me trying to remove the case back to look at the movement. And I finally gave up. Because as you can see, there are no notches to put your tool in. So that was kind of upsetting. Fortunately, since this is a gift from Mrs. Watchdog, I'm not going to sell this watch anyway. But this would have been a real price reducer on it. So when it's time to change the battery, I'm going to have to figure out a better way to get this open. That's just very upsetting though. Why wouldn't they put a notch in it? Underneath the case back is a Miyota movement. At least that's what the ad says. I don't know whether or not to believe that or not, because if they lied about the crystal, then they might lie about the movement. But then again, it's not like Miyota's super premium or anything like that. But yeah, I really wish I could have got the case back open, but I just finally gave up. Didn't want to damage the watch any more than I have. But I'm kind of curious about this subdial layout. Is this the actual layout of the movement, or did they do some mechanical stuff inside to make it that way? Because I don't ever remember seeing a chronograph with the subdials in a row like that. So, and I tried looking up Miyota movements with subdials in a row, and I couldn't find anything. So I'm sure there's something out there. Then we have the strap. The strap's very nice. It's genuine leather, says genuine leather, and you can just tell it's a quality strap. It's thick, has nice stitching. Then it has 2 keepers, one fixed, one floating. Then it has a sign buckle, and the buckle's nice. It's just a good quality strap. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't have quick release. It would have been nice to have quick release. Here's the watch and my 7.5-inch wrist. This is a 43mm watch, so it's fairly big, but it's light, so it doesn't wear heavy, and it's fairly thin, so it doesn't wear big. I have 3 notches going out and 3 notches going in, so 8 1/4 before you need a new strap. But there is room to cut another notch in it, so I guess you could do 8 1/2. Of course, I always recommend a deployment clasp on the leather strap because it just saves the strap, because just putting the strap in and out of the keepers just wears it out. We won't be taking a trip into the loom room because this watch has no loom. So if you want to tell the time in the dark, I guess you'll have to use your phone. What do I like about this watch? Well, it does have a unique design, and it is a nice looking watch. I do like this high quality leather strap, and I like how they put all 3 subdials in a row. What are my gripes and groans? No home position on the second hand makes it practically useless. No loom on this watch. It's just difficult to tell the time. It's very unintuitive. You have to relearn how to do it. They lied about the crystal. It's glass when they claim sapphire. And the case back has no slot to pry it open. Do I recommend this watch? Only as a conversation piece. Even though it is a nice looking watch, trying to tell the time with it is tedious and the novelty wears out rather quickly. There's a reason why the basic watch layout hasn't changed after all these years. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Carnival INW 8816G, and I'll be back with an unboxing. I got something from AliExpress coming and something from Amazon, believe it or not. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and if you like this watch, be sure you use my affiliate link, and I will get a small commission. There's about 3 or 4 different stores selling this, so I'll leave 3 or 4 different links. Once again, I usually try to leave the link of the store I bought it from, but I did not buy it from any of the stores. My wife got this from Amazon. Bye.